I'm just going to show you my hedgehog house setup. Somebody gave me this, it's a glass shower door. It's a centimetre thick glass. When I first got it, I was going to lay it on top of this metal framework I've built, but it's way too heavy for that. So what I've had to do is I've had to put in a metal frame from an old chest of drawers to support the weight. It's a lot more heavy than I was expecting, but the reason I'm putting this great big bit of glass on top is to obviously waterproof the hedgehog area. I've got one of these 64 litre plastic boxes that I use to waterproof the area where I've got a camera set up. If I try and film through there, see that that there is a Bushnell camera, Bushnell high definition camera, films in 1080p, which is full HD at 25 frames a second, I think. And you've got that gold bit in the middle is the lens. I can't focus on it because of this mesh. That's the actual lens, and you can attach a little one on there to film stuff that's close up, or if you take that off, then it films stuff that's more distant. And then the cable you see coming from it, that's a separate product. See that black cable coming out of there? That goes to that device there, which is called a UA extender. That's a bank of black LED lights, which helps put out more infrared light at night. It's not in the position where I would film from. That would be sitting next to the camera trap, so kind of in that position there, and that just complements the LED lights in that black area there. So that's how the Bushnell camera trap can film hedgehogs at night, or any other wildlife. Ask me if you want to know prices of things, but you're easily looking at close to £500 for a setup like this, just for the camera equipment and batteries and SD cards and all that. So anyway, that's the camera. As I said, I've got that sitting on an old roof tile, because as you can see, there's kind of a little ledge there's a metal box housing the camera trap, which is an additional purchase. That's about another £50. So you've got the Bushnell camera trap, then you need 12 AA batteries inside of that, then you need an SD card, 64 gig card, then you need a UA extender, which is that box there, then you need 4 D-cell batteries to go in the UA. You need a metal lock box case like that. You can also buy locks that allow you to lock the camera trap inside that metal case and then attach it to a tree or something. Anyway, so that's that. Then that black tray down there is where I put hedgehog food at night. They've eaten it all since last night. I put out about 80 grams a day, and that all goes every day. It's incredible how much they eat. Water bowls for them, which I just use, I think they were like glass from creme brulee that you buy in the supermarket that I've used to put the water in. They love drinking from that. I've also got an old rabbit water bottle attached to the side here, if they want to drink from that. That's an old car wing mirror. I've put mirrors, and also there's a full size, I don't know if you can actually see that. This here is a mirror. Yeah, you can tell it's a mirror. If I put my hand there, you'll see. I've got a full length mirror at the back here, so that when I'm filming at night, occasionally you'll get blind spots just to the side of where the cameras are, but because I've put a mirror there now, I can then see what's going on. For example, let's say a hedgehog was going over to the far rear left there, the camera's not going to be able to see that. So because the light is bouncing off that mirror at the back there, I can now see some stuff that I didn't used to see, which is great. Then you have to think about how do you stop cats getting hedgehog food, which is more or less the same stuff. So what I've done is I've got this black plastic piping here, which is about 1.5 foot long. It's wide enough for the hedgehogs to go through. A cat could go through it if it wanted to, but what I've done is I've put wood here, rock there, so basically a hedgehog can come along here, say that my hands is a hedgehog, then it has to go like round a U shape and then another U shape, and that prevents a cat. The U shape should in theory prevent a cat from being able to get in there. If I didn't have that rock there, a cat would still be able to get in there, and if I didn't have that wood there, a cat would be able to go straight in there. So you have to think of making a way like this, make a U shape and then some kind of tunnel, and that should, well, so far it's keeping out cats brilliantly. And I've just put this metal on there again, obviously, so a cat can't go straight in there. So however you want to do it, you have to make U shapes. Once the hedgehogs have got into my hedgehog area, they exit under the fence there. You see that hole there? They dug that, not me. Hedgehogs have done that. It's only about 2.5 inches deep, but they go through and exit into my neighbour's garden there. Reason for the round log there is again to prevent cats. Cats, I've seen, you wouldn't believe it, it's almost like a magic trick, but I've seen cats scramble under that hole there, even though they seem to be about double that size when you actually see a cat. Somehow they manage to scramble under there. By putting that bit of wood there, they haven't got anywhere to go. They could get their head under there, but then they've got nowhere to kind of go forward, so that's the reason that that lump of wood is there. You just wouldn't believe how many things you have to think of to prevent cats getting in here. And so that I've got access to the hedgehogs, I just move this ex-racing car tyre out of the way, move the metal out of the way, I can drop this full-length mirror, and then I can reach in there to catch the hedgehogs. And I usually catch them when they're just about to go under the fence there to my neighbour's garden. So that's how I do that. Okay, let me just get this back up here. Okay, and I put down, this is like material builders use when they're working inside a house to prevent the footprints getting all muddy everywhere. It's just a, you know, like a plasticky material, and that's for me to stand on, so I'm not standing on the garden soil and that, and then, so I don't get my shoes all dirty every day. So there's so many things you have to think of. I've put wood here to prevent baby hedgehogs will attempt to get through these holes here, which are only about 2 centimetres square, and I don't want them to try and wedge themselves through there, so block up that. And again, that's the reason for the wooden planks on the side here. That's to prevent baby hedgehogs attempting to crawl through the tiny gaps and getting stuck. So you have to put wood all around the outside of the bottom. Okay. What else do you need to know? Anyway, that's my hedgehog filming area. As I said, if you want any full names of any products that I use to film wildlife, these are not just for hedgehogs. You can use these cameras to set up in your back garden to potentially film burglars, things like that. You can use them, you can hide them. They are designed for wildlife, but if you're going away for a few days, you can set up a few of these around your back garden pointing towards your house kind of thing, and you can hide them using bushes and stuff, and then you can film anything that moves in your garden, which is a brilliant idea. So anyway, and obviously this metal material, go to a DIY store, look on eBay to buy this. And this also, if I take this wood off, take that off, that's just a waterproof, so water doesn't go straight onto the camera. I've just got a bit that slots there, so again I can move this glass out of the way, stand in the middle here. There's just about less than a foot gap. I can stand in there, and that's how I get into change the batteries on these devices every day. That's, as you can see, U-Way. They come from Canada. Unfortunately, you have to pay shipping and handling fees from Canada, which makes them rather expensive. They're about $100 Canadian each. So I think that's over £50 just for that product without batteries. And they provide the sensor cable. So as I said, by the time you've bought the camera trap, metal box it goes in, a U-Way extender, 4 D-cell batteries, 12 AA batteries, an SD card, you're looking at almost £500. And then of course you've got to build something like this. The only reason I do this is to prevent cats. If you're willing to give up all the food you put out for hedgehogs, don't build anything like this. But believe me, as soon as you start regularly putting food out for hedgehogs, and I mean all the neighbourhood cats will find it, and they'll come and eat all the food. So hedgehogs won't get anything, cats will get everything. So if you really do want to feed hedgehogs, you have to build something like this to prevent cats getting in. So anyway, any questions, leave me a comment on the video. Thank you to the lady that gave me this glass door. Hopefully this will help waterproof part of this area. I did used to put an old plastic pond on top of here, but that sometimes would blow away. The fact that this is really heavy should help to waterproof a large section of my hedgehog feeding area. But you can see it doesn't cover the entire area, so I might eventually come up with something to cover even more of it, but that should be enough. Okay, so there we go. how to feed hedgehogs and not cats. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.